A source document translated into a business transaction refers to transferring the invoice into a general journal. So the first thing to look out for is the date, because timing and date is important when referring back to past transactions. Next would be the amount, because the amount will never be the same, but the cost would remain the same from the time of purchase, which refers to historical cost concepts. Because looking at this, there will be times where we would have inflation. So when buying something, the cost will never be the same. So for the invoice, we will be looking at Galaxy Trading making a purchase from Cleveland Private Limited on the 7th of March of 63 computers at a cost price of $600 per unit, which would total up to $37,800. How this would be transferred is that the $37,800 would be debited into our inventory as an asset, while we have an account payable credited to Cleveland Private Limited as a liability. The reason being that is if we take a look at the terms and conditions, it states that the amount is to be paid within 30 days. Next, let's take a look at a bank loan transaction from Galaxy Trading. Again, we should take a look at the date just as mentioned as before. So this would be on the 3rd of March. Galaxy Trading took up a bank loan with DBS of $50,000 with a 5% interest per annum for 10 years. So our cash would be debited $50,000 as an asset, and our loan will be credited as a liability. Now, passing the time over to Ratna.
I'm Ratna and I'm representing question B. Question B is to identify at least two accounting concepts or principles and determine how it was used in this project. So, the two that was used was monetary concept and matching principle. Moving on to how it is utilized. How the accounting concepts or principles were used. To define monetary concept, it is when a business should only record transactions if it can be measured in monetary terms. For example, as seen in the visuals here, Galaxy Trading has sold goods that costed $18,000 and applied for bank loan with DBS amounting to $50,000. This is considered monetary as the transaction can be converted into cash or reflected in the bank statement. Non-monetary records such as quality of workforce and customers' loyalty can't be recorded as it cannot be measured monetarily and has no way of converting it into cash. Moving on to the next principle. As for matching principle, expenses made that are recognized by the company will be recorded on income. For example, can be seen here. Galaxy Trading has recorded the travel expenses claim from the employees for the month of March. This is the invoice, and then this will be in their journal. There is a possibility that employees may have sent in their claims at different timings during March, but it is still all collated and recorded together for the end of March records. Another example would be consultancy services that has been provided to Falcon Trading Private Limited by Galaxy Trading for the month of March. And this is the record in the journal. Even though Falcon Trading may have not paid in full yet and will probably pay once all the consultation is done, it will still be recorded for the month of March and will be finalized once payment has been received and everything is incurred. for the month of March, regardless of when they will pay for the services.
My name is Martin, and I'll be presenting about the usefulness of using the ABSS accounting software in doing accounting. So the first benefit of using this software is that it reduces human error. It reduces human error by automatically calculating the figures that we input into our records. For example, if you click record journal entry in this picture below, and if you want to debit inventory for $30,000 and credit cash for $30,000, you can see at the out of balance box that it says $0 and 0 cents. This means that your debit and your credit has cancelled each other out. By putting in the figures into the record journal entry function, it will prevent typing errors. Like for example, if you didn't type an extra zero, this software will notify you by stating at the out of balance software that you have an outstanding amount. So by using this software, it will reduce human error. So another benefit of using the ABSS accounting software is that you can generate various types of reports quickly and easily. As you can see in this picture below, here are the list of reports that you can print out with this software. There are also many types of reports that you can print out just by inputting the accounts and the transactions that occurred during the month. So just by keying in the transactions, you can print out almost all of these reports in this picture, and you can also edit out the things in the report that you want to show and you don't want to show. Like for example, at the report customization page, you can select the selected period, the percentage of sales, year to date, and percentage of year to date sales. You can just untick the box if you don't want this particular field in your report, which gives the user a better convenience when printing their own report. So that is all for my presentation. I'll pass my time to Gerald. Thank you.
The weaknesses of the ABSS accounting software is that the software is way too complicated and it needs to have better clarity of where the functions are and how they work. For example, if you see in the right side of the slide, you can see that there are many functions that can help us generate reports that we want to present. However, a newcomer would not understand which function to use to generate different type of reports, as each function serves a different purpose. Another example would be when, during this project, we were trying to find the cash account to do our bank reconciliation. However, because of the numerous sections and numerous types of accounting systems within the software, we have to spend a long time to search for the cash account to do our bank recon, and thus this takes a lot of time. And because we were new to the software, we didn't know how and where we can find these functions quickly, which this could be a difficulty for people who wants to use this software for the first time. Another key area where ABSS accounting software could be improved on is to have easier access to entries and adjustments to make changes. For example, you can see on the right side about our project's journal entries. These entries are presented here and we can see them clearly. However, if we notice any error, we cannot change them here directly, and as we have to move on to the record journal entries function and check out the source of error and then change them there directly. Another problem that we found with this software is that when we realize that our cash account for bank reconciliation, that one of the values is wrong, we also couldn't change the entries directly, and thus it took time and effort to find the errors and to change them from the software, and it was very difficult because there was little explanations to how all these functions work, and it was very daunting for newcomers if they want to use the software for the very first time. And with this concludes our BACC CA2 video presentation. Thank you.